Hey, what's up, my little TisaTells? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kim Kardashian, people are saying you have lost your MF of mind. Y'all, what am I talking about? Kim did an insane interview with Jay Shetty. And the thing is, we need to break down some of the stuff she said, especially when she was crying a river of the hardship she has to go through being a single mom. Y'all, let's get into this because I think I decoded it a little bit and was kind of got to what she was trying to get at, but she was also putting 20 on 10. Y'all, let's get into this, right? Let me give y'all the play. Kim went on Jay Shetty's podcast. And if you guys don't watch Jay, I'm from like a point of love, a point of understanding. You can say whatever you want on Jay Shetty's podcast, and he's not ever going to check you or challenge you. He's just going to dig deeper to find out what the love is. Listen, it's a vibe. Go watch it, right? He actually does really good interviews. Anyway, forget about that, right? But let's talk about Kim. Because Kim had the nerve to go on there and try to play victim that she's a single mother. And at the end of the day, I think she was trying to get at the fact that Kanye, she feels like Kanye is not involved with the kid's life. And she's putting that around a lot of stuff because she knows Kanye's fans are going to go in on her. Baby, Adidas couldn't even defeat Kanye. I think Kim's like, forget about it. Because last time I tried to play that game, I fell. But y'all, let's get into Kim's statements. And also, when you read the statements, I mean, she did have a point, right? So let's jump back into it. Kimberly Noel Kardashian literally said that there are nights I cry myself to sleep. Like, holy ish, this effing tornado in my house. Like, what just happened? Okay, y'all, let me just put something in perspective, and I'm gonna put this right out here, right? What is this fake reality Kim creates? Who was she looking for sympathy from? Who is Kim's audience? Is it the rich elite she's hanging with? And listen, no shade being rich. Do what you got to do. You want that elite clout? Kim's in it. I still think she's some rich man's plaything because in the last year, Kim's, I don't know, there's something that's changed. And the way people are bowing down and kiss her butt, I still think she's some elite man's plaything. That's just my opinion, all right? Jeff Bezos. But that's just my opinion, right? But let's get into this, right? Because this is actually important. Who is Kim's target audience? Who is it? Kim said, just get your butt up and work. Who are you looking for sympathy from? Kim literally said, and before y'all be like, what are you talking about? Rich people are people too. That's not what I'm saying. Just listen to this, right? She said in an upcoming podcast, she spoke what she thought parenting would be like before she had kids and how parenting is like for her now. She agrees that when you have kids, the days are long, but the years are short. This is true. Describing it as the best chaos. She said, so like when you're in it, it means, especially when they're babies and you're feeding, their madness going on. It's like full on madness. She said that, she details on the same and said that the kids all need, she had to go into what the kids all need, whether you have to help with someone's hair or put on shoes for another. This is all turns into crazy madness with running around and helping all the kids. Also adding, it's been the most challenging thing. Y'all, I'm not done. She said, there are nights I cry myself to sleep. Okay. She says, holy S, what just effing happened? A tornado in my house, right? She also added that the kids also have all these moods, personalities, fighting, during which she realized that no one else is going to handle it and it's just on her. Though Kim calls parenting one of the hardest jobs in the world, the reality star agrees that it's also the most rewarding job in the world. Y'all, how long are we going to let Kim Kardashian do this? How long are we going to have to suffer under this reign? This is the same mess Kim did with law school. Listen, this is the same mess she did with law school. She has a full podcast coming out where she's acting like she's in the trenches of the war zone of single motherhood when she got 4 nannies. Kim is obsessed with looking sad. Before y'all be like, it's hard for all mothers. It is. But you, and I'll just say it, you do not have the right to come on and create a reality when we all know that's not your reality. How do we know? Well, for one, Kanye told us. For two, we've seen your schedule. For three, we know every kid has their own nanny. I'm being serious. This is the same thing she's doing when she literally created a fake lawsuit school. How are we going to keep letting her do this? It's disrespectful to people that are really in the trenches. That's like me comparing my Uber Eats delivery being late to people that are in a war-torn country actually starving. And me going on social media in the war-torn country and saying, you know, when my Uber Eats was late, I knew what it was like to feel hunger. I felt insecure. I was like, when's my next meal coming? And everyone that's starving looking at you like, girl, your Uber Eats. It's disrespectful. And it's creating this weird false narrative that Kim always likes to do. When her dad taking him, it was all she had. Okay, if you guys don't remember, there was an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians when Rob and Khloe called her out for having the need to do this thing. It's almost pathological, right? When instead of just saying, you know, when my dad was passing away, and you can't tell anybody how to feel. But when someone is telling you a story to elicit sympathy from you, pity from you, empathy from you, that you do not freely want to give, you do have the right to look at them and be like, huh? What now? Huh? Instead of just saying like, yeah, I took my dad food and I tried to be as close to him, she made up a story about how no one else in the family paid the dad any mind. No one else in the family went to go visit the dad at work. She was packing lunches and going there and helping out because nobody in the family would be there. And Khloe was sitting there like, Kim, I was there too every single day. What are you talking about? And Rob looked at Kim like, why you gotta lie like that? Like, what is wrong with you? Kim making up the law school is not enough. Yes, my privilege got me into law school. And I'm doing all this stuff. And I'm happy. And I hope to make a difference. No, Kim had to make up a story about how she got into law school, how the baby bar is harder than law school, disrespecting all the people that are going through law school. And it'd be different if what she was saying was true, but we all know it's not. Because if the baby bar was harder than law school, Kim would be in law school. Kim's taking the baby bar and going through the legal apprenticeship program because it's easier for her than going through 4 years of college and then 3 years of law school. Right? So it's not the fact, I know what you're saying, like, oh, it's not bragging if you can back it up, but like, Kim, you are literally doing that. You know what you're saying isn't true, or at least you should know. Or maybe you're in like the circle, because now that you've made this come up in the last year, and I still think it has something to do with who she's dating. We'll talk about that later. You're making false realities. And how long are we going to sit there and have to do it? And how long are these idiots, it's probably paid trolls, in her comments being like, she has to rate rich people have feelings too? We're not talking about rich people having feelings. We're talking about people disrespecting other people's experiences. Because it's not enough you just come and say, I have my own experience. You need to put yourself at top and belittle everybody else's. Again, me not having Uber Eats, lecturing people that are starving about, I know what it feels like to miss a meal. It's not over, y'all. Let's get into this, right? Why does Kim feel the need to cosplay middle class? Is it because she knows how much her money and access has bought her? I think that's it, okay? Again, it's like Kim she just can't appreciate how lucky she is that she can afford each kid to have their own nanny that cater to all the kids' needs. She like, you know, but then again, y'all do remember what Saint said to her on Mother's Day, right? Where was it? I think I took notes. She said, when he was like, and I always tell you that you mean nothing to me and you're a worthless human being, but I don't really mean it. Anywho, happy Mother's Day. And I remember I laughed at that, right? And I was like, you know, Kim's kids do be talking to her any type of way. But that's when it occurred to me. Kim is trying to play middle-class mom that's in the paint, doing it all. When at the end of the day, Saint talked to Kim like that, and North talks to Kim like that, and China, because the nannies raised them. North is talking to Kim, right? Like a boy that was raised by his nannies, pretty much. Let's be real. He was raised by his nannies. And that's the way he's talking. Kim is like a fun stranger that pops up, right? She's a fun stranger that pops up every now and then. They do cool stuff. They hang out. They do this. And then the nanny comes and gives them hugs and talks them through stuff, because this is the nannies raising the kids. And there's no shame in that. Kim is very busy. She's chasing that money. She is securing those kids' future. I'm sure there's a lot of people that raise their hands that would be like, I'll trade my mom being around if she can secure that bag and I don't have to. There's a lot of people that were like, yeah, Kim, you're doing the right thing. And I'm not saying she's not, okay? Everybody can choose what they want with their children as long as they are loving their children and treating them well. Kim pays nannies to love her children. But Kim's also obsessed with cosplaying middle class. You have gardeners, nannies, cooks, chefs, private tutors, teachers, chauffeurs, assistants. Remember when Kim said, oh my God, so sweet. Northie planned this for the Met Gala. And it was a hotel room filled with candles, flowers, and balloons. You have glam, you have hairdressers. You have all that on top. You're a billionaire. I know it's not a billionaire on paper, but you're definitely a 100 millionaire. Kent North is rumored to have her own personal assistant. And you sitting up there crying about a tornado in your house when you have full-time housekeepers? Y'all, listen. Again, Kim wants to play middle class, but the problem with Kim playing middle class is she doesn't just creep over to the middle class and just sit there and eat her rice and be like, yeah, this sucks. She wants to stand up and be like, let me tell you, let me testify. I have it hard too. Again, I'm sure Kim does feel overwhelmed. I do think, honestly, what Kim is trying to get at is, and she's trying to inch her way around it instead of saying it, I think Kim is trying to say that Kanye has turned into a deadbeat dad. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's between Kim and Kanye, right? We don't see Kanye with the kids, but that's like Kanye is in a war with the paps right now, so we wouldn't see him with the kids. Let's be real. Kim does everything out in public with the kids. That's why we saw her leave North on the side of the road like a dog. Let's be real. Is she going to adjust that in the podcast? I bet not. I guess she is right. Even with all those nannies, cooks, all that stuff, she still left the baby at the side of the road. But honestly, at this point, how long are we going to let this go on? Like, how long? How long? That's like talking to somebody with body dysmorphia and you coming in and be like, yeah, one time I put on a shirt and I didn't like the way it looked. And somebody with body dysmorphia is like, what are you talking about? You are literally disrespecting. How long are y'all going to let Kim do with this? Because, baby, I am sick of this. But you know what? I guess we don't have to do anything because St. North, Chai, and Chicago are humbling Kim every single day. I'm just saying, those nannies better get those kids in check, because you know Kim, when she comes home from her next overseas trip, is not going to be happy. Y'all, seriously, what do you think of Kim's comments? And please say something deeper than she's the right to feel what she feels. It's not about, of course she has the right to feel what she feels. It's about the fact of why is she obsessed with cosplaying middle class, and why is she obsessed with not just cosplaying middle class, but going out of her way to tell everyone that she has it harder than most people. Y'all, listen, I can't. Just like Kim's law apprentice program is even harder than law school. You know, the baby bar is harder than the bar. Don't you know? All the teachers she pays told her. Y'all, listen, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.